Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Indie Zone podcast. My name is Kathy. On January the 6th, 2025, Judge Stephen Hippler rendered an order entitled Scheduling Orders for ICR 12 Motions. ICR is Idaho Criminal Rule 12 motions. These were the motions to suppress evidence that Mr. Kohberger filed some time back that the state of Idaho has very aggressively defended against, and which Mr. Kohberger filed replies to. If you have not listened to prior episodes on the Indie Zone where we went over all of these filings, please do so. The episodes do build one after the other. So here we are on January 6th, and what Judge Stephen Hippler is saying in this order is, in preparations for hearings on ICR 12 motions scheduled to begin on January 23rd, 2025, the court hereby orders, and there's 3 items here. The first states the defendant shall disclose its witnesses, exhibits, and expert opinions, if any, to the court and state by January 9th, 2025, and this relates to the ICR 12 motions. Judge Hippler entered an order after the matter's venue was changed from Latah County to Ada County, as we have covered in prior episodes of the Indie Zone, on October 9th, 2024. He set the scheduling order for the ICR motions. It's on page 2 of that pretrial and trial order of October 9th, 2024. And it says when those motions were to be filed, when the responses were due, when the replies were due, and it also says there that the hearings on those matters would be January 23rd, 2025, if necessary, going into the following day. So the court has reserved 2 full days for these matters. The second bullet states here, the state shall disclose its witnesses, exhibits, and expert opinions, if any, to the court and defense by January 16th, 2025. Again, these relate to the ICR motions to suppress. Third, the defendant shall disclose any rebuttal disclosures to the court and state by January 21st, 2025. So 2 points here regarding this third point. First, the defense shall disclose any rebuttal disclosures. This is any rebuttal disclosures to the state's filings. The state files its disclosures January 16th, and then the defense, because they are the moving party, they get the final say here in a reply brief. They get to disclose any rebuttal disclosures to the court and state by January 21st. Second point, this is just 2 days before the start of the hearing on January 23rd, 2025. And there is no itemization of the motions to suppress in terms of what will be heard first, second, third, how much time is allocated, if it's going to be a closed or an open hearing for each and every one, and there are several. My guess here, my thought, my opinion, is that the court may be waiting to see what both sides disclose to make a determination as to how much time is set aside for the motions, if they all can be entertained in 1 day, or if they will require 2 days going into the second day if necessary, as that order states, of October 9th, 2024. What the court did the last time there were a series of defense motions to be entertained is the day before he sent out a scheduling order in terms of these times and what would be closed and what would be open to the public. That was when he entertained the DP motions back in November of 2024, expecting a very same thing to be done prior to the January 23rd hearings. This will now conclude this episode of the Indie Zone podcast. My name is Kathy. As always, thank you for joining us here today.